nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies. Yeah, in this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes. Yeah, lead the way, I follow. No, where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no
There you go,
matter
Dave.
what.
Dave loves the song. Erin, give me your one,
before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes, yeah,
Erin,
nothing can
can you
stop
unmute yourself in
me.
the yard?
No,
Unmute
'cause
your
I'm
mic.
addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way,
Hear you.
I
Yeah,
follow.
please unmute your
No
mic.
need to say where we are heading now, babe.
I won't be able to
I
hear you.
follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now
I can hear you
before
on.
the moment flies, before
And
it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now
now we're
before the moment flies.
okay. You can turn all the way down. From here. Yeah. You still need to unmute your mic, StreamYard.
In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yes, yeah, lead the way,
Oh, there you are. You're good.
I
All right.
follow.
Yeah. That's good.
No need to
Going
say
live in 3,
There we go.
All right.
What's up, guys? This is Rob, and I got them thighs.
Hey, this is Murph, and I make crying look really good.
And I'm the girl this week, filling in for Shay. I'm Erin, and welcome to the Waiting Table Podcast.
All right, I like that. That was good.
Perfect.
That was good. We got a replacement this week, guys. An upgrade, if you will.
Shay will be missed. Shay will be missed.
Yeah, Shay will be missed as she is enjoying the sun and the heat.
Yeah.
And Dylan's birthday. Happy birthday, Dylan.
Happy birthday, Dylan.
Happy birthday.
So I don't feel sorry for her. So
No, she's in camp too.
Oh no, we're
No,
good.
I don't feel bad.
Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of the Waiting Table Podcast, where we have roundtable discussions about the hottest topics in weight loss with, of course, the coolest people from the bariatric community. I'm Rob, we got Murph, and we got Erin today, and of course, we got you guys. So grab a chair, wind down from your busy day, and take a seat at the table. Erin, how are you doing today?
I am doing well, thanks. How are you guys?
Oh, so good, so good.
That was a quick turnaround.
Right?
I'm doing good too. Oh, she got me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right.
away.
All right, yeah, that deflection. I
was having some serious sound technical difficulties. I think I'm good. I'm all good, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds great. Sounds
Right.
good. Everybody can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
Hello,
good, we're
hello.
good. Murph, how's it going, buddy?
I'm doing good. Rob, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited about today. Like, for everyone who I know so much. You guys are on fire today. For everyone who joins us at 8:30 every Wednesday for our happy hour, half hour, or our appetizer to the main course.
Ooh,
We
I
are
like
doing
that.
something a bit different. Yeah, right. I like that too. We're doing something a bit different today. We are doing an actual happy hour. Today we are doing the whole episode celebrating NSVs with ourselves, with each other, and of course with the community here. So by all means, in the comments, please make sure you share your NSVs with us in TikTok. So we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're worldwide, we're everywhere. So NSVs tonight. Who wants to start us off?
I think that
I think Erin should do it.
are we am I okay, we're gonna leave the best for last, are we? Okay, because I was gonna say Murph should go first, but all right. So the first one that came to mind for me was, it's a little while ago now, but it was last Halloween. And I was looking to dress up for Halloween, obviously taking my kiddos trick-or-treating. And of course I didn't have a costume. I thought, last minute here, what can I do? And I thought, here's this costume from my 7-year-old daughter from last year. So she was 6. It was a youth medium. And I thought, let's just give her a try. Let's give her a try. And I tried it on and it flippin' fit, guys. Like it fit.
Wow.
And I thought, this is the most bizarre thing that this fit my 6-year-old last year. And like, it fit me pretty well. Like, it was really cool, So that was like kind of a major one, because when you shop, like as a woman, clothes are really hard to come by when you're overweight, right? So I mean, and maybe for guys too, but it's just like, I always struggled shopping. So to be able to fit into a youth medium, it was a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal.
Especially when you find the right thing, the thing that you want to wear,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta have it. Does it fit? Does it fit? And then it fits, and it's like, woo! That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
I actually have that posted on my Instagram. It's a picture of me with like full makeup and everything of Winifred Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Very
Thank you for sharing. And Jamie, we have an amazing NSV, Jamie. Jamie graduated summa cum laude with her bachelor's in healthcare administration, despite everything that she's been going through. So if you're not aware, Jamie's going through some different health issues over the past while, and she's persevered, got through everything, and now she got her bachelor's in healthcare administration, which is amazing. Congratulations, Jamie.
Congrats. Yeah, that's amazing.
That is great.
Good job.
Ooh, Dave's got one. I love it. Dave Anderson. His
So
yeah, go for it.
I can read this one.
Yeah.
He's so thrilled that he's an XL in every shirt without having to try it on. He just sees it.
Yes.
Now that's got his name on it. Pick it up. It's his. Love that.
That's awesome.
Love that for you.
Yeah, I
Isn't
love
it
that.
also a really cool thing when you like you're transitioning and you go shopping and then you keep grabbing the 3X and the 4X or whatever it happened to be, and you think this is still gonna fit, this is still gonna fit, and you try it on, you're swimming in it. It's like it takes a while to sort of have your brain catch up to the new size that you now are. It's bizarre. It's really fun though.
I did that yesterday at the store.
Mhm.
Actually, I saw this shirt and I really liked it. And I wasn't even paying attention to the size. I just kind of gravitated towards it. I was like, daggone it, why are like the cool shirts, the 3 and 4X's, like I don't need that anymore.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I want the shirt though, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
We have some really cool ones being shared with
Ooh,
us
I like that.
on Instagram. Having to convince the Costco employee it really is me in the picture. This is my gastric sleeve odyssey. That's awesome. And so it's awesome that you bring that up because I think it was last year I had to renew my license and my health card. And for whatever reason, I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. Just use the same picture. Not even thinking about anything. And so every time I have to use my ID, I have to explain. So the fact that you had to convince a Costco employee it was really you, that's awesome. I enjoy that. And it's one of those NSVs that keeps giving because every time you go to Costco, you gotta be like, yeah, that's me. And then you get that gratification. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Any chance to share your story is always fun.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
Lee Spar has an awesome one. I'm smaller now than I was when I got married 26 years ago today.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you try on the dress?
6 years ago today.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I would.
I did.
I definitely would. Yeah, for sure. I totally would.
Yeah, I still have it, obviously, and I put it on not too long ago, just to kind of see.
Yeah. How was it?
Oh, it was just like it was double my size. Like it was like I literally took a picture, I held it out, and it was like I could have fit 2 of me in there. It was.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's such a big difference. It's awesome to see how far we've come. So it's
definitely
awesome.
Once in a while, I like to put on my Superman T-shirt that I have. It's a 5XB. B stands for big. I didn't back then. That was the shirt size that I was 5X.
I've never heard of that. A B on top of the X size.
I think that's what it stands for. That's what I always assumed it stood for. But 5X. So I get in it, and usually my kids will get in it with me, or my wife will get in it with me, or somebody will get it, or I'll put a couple kids in it, and it's a lot of fun. I love playing around with the old. That's the only thing that I kept though, was just that one T-shirt because I wore it everywhere. Yeah.
Just one, really? Oh.
Just one. Yeah.
I kept like 5, but my goal was to make a quilt out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
I wanted to make a quilt out of my fat clothes. I haven't gotten around to it, but I still have them there. I'm just like, that's just a blanket on its own. Like if I literally cut it open, like it's that big, right?
That's amazing. I think that's a really cool idea. It's like, you kind of, the bariatric burrs got you and you kind of just want to cozy up in a blanket. That's the perfect blanket.
Even now, my wife's just like, why are you wearing, like when I go to bed, especially in the winter time, but when I go to bed, she's like, why are you wearing like 4X clothes? I was like, I don't know. It's comforting.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I still do that as well. And not so much with the shirts, but with the pants, right? So it's gotten to a point where I have some pajama pants that they've got holes in them and everything. Like I don't want to let them go because they're so darn comfy. And I'll wear them to bed, but they're so big on me that it's to the point that I can't turn over like in my sleep without them sort of falling off me as I rotate my body. That's how big they are. They like just fall down and I wake up and they're like around my ankle.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dave did confirm 5XB stands for big.
Stands for big.
6'7" BXB.
Okay.
Holy shit, you lost 7 X's, man.
Wow.
good for you. That's
For real.
amazing.
For real.
That's amazing. Chef Casey's
That's
very
insane.
positive vibes. Hello. AJ Big Boy to Slim Boy. What's up, buddy? We
Love
have
it. What's up,
some
AJ?
Farm DB VSG.
That's Blair.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Read it.
Yeah, she said I could buckle my seatbelt without an extender on a flight to 2 days ago. That hasn't happened in almost 20 years.
Oh, I love that.
Woo!
Yes.
You're gonna make me cry.
That's one of the big ones, eh? I think that's one of the big ones.
That's a
for
big
lot
one.
of us.
That's a big one.
When I went to Mexico recently, so I was sitting with the kids, and I helped them with their seatbelts, and I put my seatbelt on, or I put their seatbelt on, and I stretched it all the way, so I extended it as much as I can, and I was just like, Daddy wasn't able to wear this before, and to see how far it went, and the kids were just like, oh my God, like they couldn't believe it. And to imagine that being open and then having the extender, which we had to have all the time, I just couldn't fathom how I was that person, right? Like I can't remember that. It's crazy, and so that's an amazing achievement for sure.
That is pretty cool. I've yet to experience that one, but I'm looking to get on a flight somewhere just to have that one under my belt. No pun intended.
Under your belt. I love it. I got to experience that for the first time last year on my way to DC to meet with Rob and Shay at the Just Be You Bariatric Awards, and man, it was so great. And what was cool is like I had a coworker who was on the same flight, and she was actually sitting across the aisle from me. And I said, "Can you please take a video of me in this seatbelt?" And so I've shared it a couple times. Me just being giddy, like so giddy, like got my tight purple pants on, and I was ready to go, and I fit into that seat and in that seatbelt. Oh my God, that felt amazing.
So good.
That's
just awesome.
And walking down the aisle too, without
not being sideways,
right?
Not being like, oh my God, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Right.
Oh my God, that was a big one.
Just walked right through.
Dave Anderson says, "Oh my God, everyone knows the seatbelt extender sign language to ask the flight attendant." 100%, man. It was always sort of like, for me, it would be like 3 or 4 times that the attendant would walk by before I was able to look around and see no one was looking, because I would be so embarrassed, right? And so it would be like, wait, okay, no one else. Or like if she didn't get it, like I would call her in and be like a whisper, right? Because you were so embarrassed by it. It's so tough. Yeah. And so you're right, Dave, never again. And I just want to shout out Chef Casey's very positive vibes. He just shared that he went from 711 pounds to 297, over 400 pounds of weight loss. And he is celebrating his 2-year post-op on March 14, 2024. Or he celebrated.
Oh,
congratulations. Holy crap. That
another March. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because I'm March, Shay is March.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
March 17th.
Yep.
Yeah, and Dave lost 312, so he definitely hears it too. So congrats, guys. These are killer.
Wow. Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, Boston Justin's here.
Justin from Boston.
I like
Boston.
that one.
I
You want to
love
read Justin's?
in Boston.
Okay, he's not going to read it, so I'm going to read it. Justin started coaching my son's soccer team. Used to be the biggest dad there, and embarrassed for my kids. Running around with 5-year-olds is not easy, even now. Dude, that's big, man. Well, we talk about that all the time. Like Murph and I, it's so much about that's the part that's important to us, right? Being able to spend the time with kids, being able to do these things and to be part of it. I remember with me, when Lily, she did a dance recital, and specific performance, they had dads come up and do a dance, but they rehearsed it and everything. And Mary, I remember Mary looked at me to tell I was sad, because she was just like, "You totally wanted to be doing that, didn't you?" I was like, "Yeah, man, it's for my daughter. I would have loved to, but I can't stand. I can't do any of these things. Like, I'd be a fool." right? And so, same type of thing here, Justin, being able to be active and be, active with your child. That's amazing. I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, because that's daily life right there, right? That you see it over and over and over again. That was one of my biggest reasons why, was just
Sure.
mom life, my kids. Like I had a 5-year-old and 18-month-old twins at the time. Like it was like, I don't have the energy for this. Like I just literally didn't have the physical capability to be a present mom. So it was huge for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're like 48 pounds each, and I just pick one up here and one up here, and I'm like, we're going to bed. Let's upstairs
go.
And it's like, yeah.
That's awesome. Sharky Chicky 13. Almost 7 months out from surgery and down 127 pounds. That is awesome. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Is she already 7 months already? Oh my goodness.
7 months.
That
It goes.
went fast.
Yeah,
It's crazy. It's crazy to watch people's journees. Just like, I wonder if mine went that fast for,
Oh, 100% it did.
It did.
I know it went by for me. I mean, this is my three year coming up in July, and it's flown by. But like to see Bob, like to on and be like, hey, today's my 1 year, and it's like, no, it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
You're wrong. It's not.
That surgery like 2 weeks ago. What are you talking about? Yeah,
dude, I remember watching you through your journey, because I was like 1 year ahead of you, and I remember just watching. And it's interesting though, because like we go through our own thing and we're watching our own thing, and then when you're watching someone else's and you're celebrating all over again with them, and you know how they feel because you went through it, right? And so it's so cool seeing it from our point of view of 3 and 4 years down the line, because we said this with Shay. We're so happy about everything we've seen, but now here's the time where things start turning now. And it's sort of now, okay, this is life now. It's not bariatric surgery. It's life. This is it. Right. And seeing how people adapt and adjust to that. So
that's exactly where I'm at right now. Right. I just passed my 2-year post-op mark, and it's like, boom, maintenance. Hello, there you are. Like it's a whole different ball game, and it's hard. It's hard work.
It's harder.
And for me personally, as some people unfortunately have, food intolerances and issues with things like that. And I'm lucky, but unlucky in the sense that I've never had an issue tolerating anything. Like I could have an entire jelly Danish covered in icing sugar and it wouldn't bother me, So that's pretty dangerous. Now that I'm at this point in my journey, it's just, I really have to be extra mindful that I don't slip back into those old habits. And I mean, I'm not ashamed to say, like, I've had weeks and months like that are pretty tough, like a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of personal things going on in my life. And I've noticed that I've started to kind of go back to that. I need comfort food, and I'm like eating my emotions, and it's like, whoa, it's like, it really freaks me out to see the scale go up 3 pounds, and it's like, really messes with your mind, and it's like, then you got to just take yourself back and then start thinking about all these NSVs, all these non-scale victories, that it's like, no, I want to hang on to this, and I want more, and I'm just going to keep going. And it's like, this is every day, every single day.
For sure. Well, we said this yesterday, and this is what I said on the Barry Mail Experience we were on with Rab and Tony. And so, like for me, that first year, we hear about the fact that it's a gift or whatever. I'm like, no, this is your training ground, right? Like this is where you learn the things you need for when you hit that 2, 3, 4, 5 Mary's 10-year mark, right? Because that's when this is every day, right? And if you haven't built those habits and you haven't sort of addressed those relationships with food or whatever the case might be, or learn to work with them, because 4 years down the line, right? Like I know when I'm stressed, I'm going to go eat right away. And my wife knows that's what's going to happen. But then we know that, okay, I'm going to get that fix. It's going to be like a cookie or 2 cookies or 3 cookies. And then boom, done. Now I know. Right. So like, I think for me, it was harder to be like, no, I'm never going to have these things, or no, I totally have to change my relationship where I'm never going to stress eat or whatever. I think for me, it was more of acknowledging the fact that, comfort food makes me feel better and helps me deal with things. So
Mhm.
let me deal with it in that
Yeah.
moment and then move on, right? And so
Mhm.
I think that was the big thing for me to learn is sort of just how do you deal with things? You're not going to change everything. No one's perfect.
No, that's
Right.
not realistic. It's not sustainable
No.
for I don't know, for me, some it might work
Right.
for others, but yeah, I just found that, forbidden food, it just
Yeah.
it didn't work for me. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
mindful moderation is what I'm going on. And some days
good.
that's I'm not so moderate. But it's like you say, Rob, you move on. You kind of recognize, acknowledge, come up with a plan and move forward.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, you totally. I mean, you're going to make mistakes because you're
Mhm.
human, and there's a reason we're all here right now together. Is because we've all been through some stuff. We've all experienced some trauma. We've got some reason why we might overeat or return to food. And so learning to live in this, there's no box for it. You got to find what works best for you. What
Mhm.
works for Erin isn't going to work for Rob. Isn't going to work for me. You got to find what works best for you and do those things. Like I know personally, I have to stay away from bread. I can't have too much bread. That's just I want carbs. I gotta be intentional with healthy carbs, good carbs, and try to stay away from bread. And if I am gonna have bread, I'm gonna have a 25 calorie little tiny, they're like this big tortilla and make like a wrap, or something
Yeah.
like that. Like if I'm gonna have some, or some low-cal bread or something like that, but I can't do it.
Is that because of a physical tolerance, or is it because that like you won't be able to stop if you kind of get that bug to
Little-
keep eating it? Is it
Bit
both?
A, bit
Yes,
B.
yes,
Yeah,
a little bit of both. Yeah,
Love it.
I love bread. I love
Yeah.
bread.
Me too. Yeah.
Probably more than chocolate. Like pizza is my go-to. I love pizza.
Oh yeah.
I just
Mhm.
got a pizza oven for Father's Day. It was an early gift,
Right.
and I
Your
love.
pizza looked pretty delicious there, Murph.
Didn't it look great? It looked like I still have it if you want some.
Oh my God, you can like frame that
I
thing
don't-
behind glass.
Yeah,
Oh gosh, I won't
we
be.
use it as a door stopper.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
it
so
was
funny.
bad. It was bad. That was the only one that I burnt though. All the rest came out pretty decent.
Yeah, man, they're all good.
But
Mhm.
bread,
Netta agrees.
Netta's
Bread is
saying,
her
yeah, bread
weakness.
is her weakness. Yeah, that's my kryptonite, man.
Yeah, me, bread, pasta,
Yeah.
rice. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
all the
Yeah.
stuff I love. That's comfort food.
Bob wants to talk about Rob's progress pics. Looking great, man.
Hey,
Ooh-wee.
Bob, thank
Yes.
you.
I
Thanks,
couldn't
Jessica.
see them thighs in that
No,
picture, but I'm sure they're there. I imagine them being there in my mind.
they're there. You imagine my
They're
size?
they're there. Yeah.
All right, let me share my NSV then, and it goes
Yes.
with
Do
this.
it.
So, um, I don't know. I forgot who I was with. I was with a friend of mine, and we're on Facebook, and we saw some of the ads. So on Facebook and social media in general, there are these ads of something called Mr. Health and Fitness Competition, and it is in collaboration with Muscle and Fitness magazine, which I have tons of Muscle and Fitness magazines from when I was younger. And so it's sort of just about like, the person who exemplifies being fit and healthy and everything. And there's all these bodybuilders. It's sort of run by these ex-bodybuilders that I used to friggin' emulate when I was younger and all these things. So I was like, that's really, really cool. I'm like, for shits and giggles. My buddy's like, you should enter. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Like I'm not these guys. And so yeah, so I entered and you just send in a picture essentially and you answer a couple questions. And then when we were in Cancun sitting by the pool, I got a text that said that I have been accepted to be in the running for Mr. Health and Fitness. So the
What?
winner gets $20,000.
Man.
And a feature in Muscle and Fitness magazine. And voting is actually done by the public. So voting's done. So I'm going to be starting to share the link on social media. And of course, I would, obviously really appreciate if other people did as well. But yeah, so it's just a link to my profile. And if I win, that'd be pretty damn amazing. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Wow.
I sort of couldn't believe it. I was sort of just looking at the text for a while. My wife was just like, what's wrong? I'm just like, I went back and forth being like, is this fake? And I actually know a guy at the gym, and he used to do photography for all these bodybuilding competitions and these magazines. And he's like, let me talk to a friend of mine. And he was like, no, 100% this is legit. I'm like, holy crap.
Wow.
So
How cool is that?
That's so cool.
yeah. So it's pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
Thanks.
So how many guys are like in the running? Like how many?
I don't even know, but I know that not everyone, because I was wondering, I'm like, oh, maybe everyone who puts their name in, they'll get accepted. But apparently, no, not everyone does. They have to go through everything and look at sort of your answers and your photos and everything, and then they choose you. And then it runs for a specific amount of time. And yeah, it's all based on votes. There's actually a female version as well. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people in it, I think, but I was looking back at some previous winners and I was just like, shit, I think I could do this. I think I could do this.
I think you can too.
Yeah.
I just think, like, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not huge. I'm not super ripped, but I
You
think
kind of are, Rob.
I'm working towards it. Thank you.
You kind of are a bodybuilder, like you.
But I'm just like, like coming from where we've come from, like, I don't know. I think that's a pretty awesome story. And for me, if I were to have a feature in Muscle and Fitness and to be able to talk about the bariatric community and represent the bariatric community in something like that, which if anyone's read Muscle and Fitness, we're not there. That's not us, right? And so to be able to do something like that and represent us and talk about us and everything that we've gone through and all our struggles and all our perseverance to get through would be it would be an honor for me. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
You're gonna do great, and no matter what the outcome. I mean, look at how much you've look at how far you've come. You say you're watching me and my journey, bro. What do whose journey do you think I was watching? Like, if Rob was eating it, I was eating it. If Rob was doing it, I was doing it. I was calling Rob, like, how do I, what do I do about this? I haven't pooped in 5 days. What do I do?
Maybe Rob hasn't pooped either.
I'm not gonna play pickleball. That's where I draw the line. I think is that's no, I'm just kidding. I'm just not.
I found you, Rob, on Facebook, like on one of the Facebook groups, because for those of you that maybe don't know, I am also in Canada, like literally an hour away from, not even like when we've just moved up more north, but yeah, like we were like 20 minutes from each other. And so one of our local Facebook groups, I saw you and was following your journey long before I even discovered the world of Instagram. And then when I went on Instagram and realized this amazing community, and then I happened to, you popped up there and I'm like, I know this guy, and it's pretty cool to have the connection there.
Oh,
now look at us.
Now look at us. We're on podcasts and stuff.
Oh, look at that.
And look at you with your millions of views on your videos. Honestly, it's pretty awesome. Like everything that we've done and everything that we've done individually and each person in our community, right? Like we were talking about that yesterday on Rab and Tony's podcast. Is just sort of like, whatever we did, how awesome is it for, I know myself and for Murph, to look at these guys doing what they're doing and be like, holy crap, now it's this new generation of guys inspiring other men and sharing their stuff, because that's what we were looking for, right?
Yeah.
And to see someone doing that's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, thank you very much, Rab. They say Rob is my superhero. And Dee says, need us to mobilize the cheer squad? 100%, man.
Do it.
100%. Even actually the show, I have a lot of my friends who are just like, okay, we're going to go. So like I have a whole bunch of people coming to the show that I'm doing in 6 weeks. And, with my friends, there's sort of like, I know they're there to heckle, but I'm like, that's their form of support, right? Like if they weren't heckling me, like even with honestly, even with Instagram, my friends are like, do you know how much it pains me to not make fun of your photos. I'm like, why don't you? And they're like, because then people are gonna be like, oh, they're like, oh, Rob, you're such an inspiration. Oh my God, Rob, that's amazing. And you're like, hey, I'm gonna make fun of your nipples or something or whatever, right? Like they're just like, I can't do that. I'm gonna get friggin' nailed. I'm like, yeah, that's probably not gonna work. But
Yeah, not a
they were
good
they were voting for what I should wear on stage. And they're like, you need to do these poses in this music. They want to they wanted me to do like Shawn Michaels, like WWF wrestling poses and stuff like that. And I'm like, they'll probably kick me out, but I don't know. But thank you for coming.
Do you have an outfit like ready to go?
So generally you're supposed to, most guys will just wear it's supposed to be just like board shorts or just like trunks.
To show off dem thighs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've purchased shorts, but I feel like I need to go smaller. I need to go shorter because they don't show enough of the
No
thighs.
Speedos. I imagine Speedos. Is it not a Speedo?
That's number one that they're pushing, but they're just like pushing. It's not even like Speedos. They're like, no, we need thong. I'm like, dude, why do we need the butt cheeks out? Like, why don't we gotta go straight there?
Yeah, dem buttocks. Dem buttocks.
Oh, Justin is here for the Shawn Michaels pose. Well, that's what they wanted me to do it with the theme song. I'm like, so you want me to come out to this transformation bodybuilding show where there's like, because I'm a sexy boy. I'm like, I don't know about that, man. I think I'm a stripper. I'm like, I don't know. But they wanted me to do the spinning thing and then the side pose. And then they wanted me to kick someone on the way out. I'm like, I don't know if I can kick someone on the way out. I think
Pick up a chair and
yeah. Oh, we got another vote for a Speedo. Oh shoot, I guess it might have.
We're actually, I can't believe it, but we're already halfway through the show. We're staying on for a whole happy hour tonight, guys. For those of you who are just now joining us, I'm seeing some new names pop in.
Yeah,
this is your time to shine. Throw up your non-scale victory, type it in there, and let us know so we can celebrate you and your success. We're not looking for the numbers on the scale. We're looking at the things that you can do now that you couldn't do 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. All the things that you're maybe your why, the reason you had bariatric surgery. Have you fulfilled it? Have you do you still follow that? What the non-scale stuff. Stuff. So Rob's talking about his competition.
Well, I was just going to say, for those that are popping on during Rob's spiel there, they're thinking, oh man, I don't have anything as, major as that. No. You should have heard mine. Mine's about a Halloween costume, guys. And I'm going to just like go a little girly on you guys again. I could not stand at the bathroom counter to blow dry my hair or apply my makeup. I couldn't do it at almost 300 pounds. I had to have a chair in the bathroom because I couldn't stand for that short length of time. And now, that's just not even a thing. It's like you don't even think about these little things. And that's why I love the non-scale victories, because it could be something so incredible and so major, like Rob and I know Murph's going to share something, but I think it's the little things too that all are just part of your daily life now, and they all add up, and you just have these like moments that are like, damn, I couldn't do that this way, or I couldn't do that at all. So yeah, it can be anything, guys, like anything big or small.
Yeah.
I can paint my own toenails. Gosh,
that's big.
Big.
But those are big, right? Like honestly, cutting your toenails, painting your toenails, tying your shoes so it's not on the inside corner of your shoe, because that's the only way you have to angle your leg so you can breathe. Like those are big time, and those are things that all of us know, because like that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got some good ones being shared here. I like this. Sharky Chicky went walking with my best friend and kept pace with him. The VGS6G23 walks too fast. But that's a big one too, right? Like I love that, because walking is such a, obviously is a big part of our life. And I know a lot of us, including myself, struggled to walk for so long. And so to be able to do that, and not just that, keep up with other people, and like those are things that just mean so much to us. So that's awesome. And D has a good one. Murph, you want to read it?
D was talking about transitioning. I don't know if it's a good one because we got some sad faces at the end here, but he said he transitioned out of retail into corporate world. I now have a set schedule and no weekends. So I think not working on the weekends, that's a good thing. But
he is working on.
Those are happy, but those are happy. Hold on. Those are happy smiles, but like tears in the eyes kind of faces. So I didn't know if that was a good thing.
Is it like because you can just keep going? Like he has the stamina to keep up a schedule like that? Is that what I'm getting from it? Because
explain yourself, man.
Yeah.
We don't know what you're. Do you have weekends still, or do you not have weekends anymore? Let us know. But everyone's saying congrats because that's awesome, which it is.
Yeah.
But let us know. Weekends are important. Netta, I can tie my shoes straight. That's huge. I love it.
Yes. And Netta
See,
can
everyone
dance.
knows about the shoes. Putting on socks too. That's also a big one.
Yep.
Honestly, everyone who I mentor, I tell them to write down all these things. Because when you stall and you're just like, or you look at a year down the line, you're like, really have things gotten that much better? And then you read about all these little things that you're able to do now, and you remember all the things you could not do. Like, those are huge.
Yeah.
Polydactyl Cat said she works in film and wanted to play a prank on her boss. A coworker wanted to play a prank on her boss. She said yes. So they ran up several flights of stairs and climbed up a ladder to get to the attic of the school where, hold on, gotta scroll up, where the shooting, that they were shooting in, and she crawled into a small hole and made ghost noises. She ran up several flights of stairs
and fit in a small hole.
Crawled into a small hole to play a prank on her boss. How did that go? You can't just in there.
Back in the day, if you realize, hey Murph, you want to climb up some stairs and get in this small hole? It's like, dude,
no.
I don't know.
No.
Like, you tell me how it went. I'll cheer you on from here.
That's fun. That's fun. That's a fun one.
I'll get his attention and keep him here, and you go run up the stairs. And I'll find another way to like be a part of it, but not.
I'll just dance. And then he's looking at me.
Yeah.
Joy
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, I was just going to read one on TikTok here. Joy C, VSG. She can walk her dog. She can walk up the stairs at church. So like stairs are a big one. That's a big one.
They're hard, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was one of my non-scale victories a couple weeks ago. We went to the water park and I went up like a bunch of stairs and I was like running up the stairs to beat my kids and didn't even work up a sweat. I loved it. I was just like, yes. That's such a cool. Stairs are no longer my arch nemesis.
Oh yeah, I had to stop halfway, even going up to my bedroom on the second floor. Like I had to literally have a break halfway through. So what's that? 6 steps, maybe?
Yeah.
Yep.
So amazing what we've gone through and what we've been able to get through.
Yeah.
So many good NSVs coming up. Nice. Lee, I think Lay. I was able to wear my dog's handless leash around my waist instead of a crossbody. That is awesome.
Oh, fun.
Sweet.
That is great.
Amy Holland said, I was just thinking today how I take the stairs instead of the elevator instinctively.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't want the elevator. I don't need
it's sort
that.
of like even parking far as opposed to waiting for the closest spot, right?
Yeah.
Because like, oh, whatever, my time's worth it. I'm just going to park far and walk. Like, that's awesome. Lay.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Just park wherever you want. And, if you're out in the boonies, then so be it. Who cares? You can walk. Like, that's, yeah. Bob over here said, I finally realized not to compare myself to other successes because we're all built different. Murph and I were talking about this topic this week. Yeah, we were talking about that. I'm glad, man, because that's huge.
Yeah.
And comparison is the thief of joy.
Mhm.
And when you stop comparing and start just having an attitude of gratitude and just being appreciative of what you got, then you can really you can do anything. You can, comparison slows you down so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
And not
messes
even,
with you.
yeah, and not even that, just like even comparing yourself to yourself, like that's tough too,
Yeah.
because oftentimes
Mhm.
like we are so tough on ourselves
Hmm.
that, and we talked about this yesterday, like, all these little things or these little stumbles that we have, we'll constantly look at that and sort of rip into ourselves for that, versus looking where I came from and being like, holy shit, um, being like, oh, I lost 400 pounds, right? Um, like Casey has said, oh, I lost 400 pounds. So if you stalled for 2 weeks, like it's easy for us to get down on ourselves. Or if I regain 2 pounds, right? Like, oh shit, I gained 2 pounds. You lost 400 pounds, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the win.
Yeah.
That's the win. This is that the 2 pounds coming back. That's part of the journey. That's a stumble. That's a roadblock that you're gonna get over, right?
It's just, yeah, that's actually I'm learning to just kind of say, you know what, this is normal. Like
Sure.
even 6, 8 pounds, over the course of a month, and then you kind of go back
Yeah.
down. Or for the ladies, it's around the cycle time, and like you eat too
Yeah.
much salt, or what, you're not even
Uh-huh.
getting proper sleep. Like that can also affect it, right? So you have to
Everything.
kind of just even though the scale creeping up the wrong direction, when I say wrong, is just because that's not what we were used to, at the beginning parts of our journey. But it can be triggering, and I kind of went through that over the Christmas holidays, of course. It was like the
Mhm.
winter blues kick in, and that kind of thing. So it's like, this is really, I'm just going to not get on that scale right now because it's really messing with me. So, to just know that weight fluctuation is normal. It's something you got to keep telling yourself, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Lay, you are not annoying people. You share all of your wins. You
Yes.
celebrate all
He's
of them
putting
with
them
us.
all.
I love
Yep.
them. Keep putting them in there. We will get around to all of them. There's some really good ones. Thank you, everyone, for sharing all these.
I've got Katie VSG23 over on Instagram. Has a bunch here, and I love them all. Fitting in a booth with a fixed table
Oh,
and
yeah.
having
That's
room.
awesome. I love
I
that.
hate it. I used to hate when the booths wouldn't move. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
it was the only spot, but the booth wouldn't move, and you just had to suck it in. You're always looking for asking for a table,
Yeah.
Yep.
or you're checking to see if the booth, if
Can
that
move,
table's
so I can push it to my kids on that side.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Put the
Yeah.
wife and kids on that side, and then move over. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see that like
Yeah.
silicone strip at the wall line, and you're like, okay,
shit.
shit.
Exactly.
Right? Like it's so crazy how we all do the same thing, right?
You look for it, right? Like
Yep.
you
And I
look
still
like it's
do.
supposed
I still do.
That's so funny.
Yeah. See,
Right?
it's like it's here, and it's just so fascinating that
Yep.
like where your mind can go
Yep.
to avoid or to potentially avoid embarrassment. And
Sure.
and even if something, actually going back to the extender situation on an airplane, I just want to take it back there for just a second, because I had a similar situation the last time I actually was my honeymoon, and we were flying to Punta Cana, and Justin, my husband, like, he doesn't have any fear of flying, but he's one of these guys that like, he's got to get up to go to the bathroom any chance he can, or he's got to, like he's got to like this antsy, right? And he just keeps getting up. Anytime the seat unbuckle sign goes on, done. He's up, right?
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I managed to squeeze myself into the regular belt. But it was just like, I couldn't breathe, guys. Like I really couldn't. And I don't even remember how long that flight was, but I can tell you that I did not want to unbuckle that for nothing, because I knew like there was like, I'm not going to get this back up again. Cause you know how you kind of like bloat up a little bit too, like when you're flying, and like, I just knew there was no chance. And so Justin was asking me to move. My husband was asking me to move. And I had to pee so bad, but I was just like, there's no way I'm unbuckling this. And I was so uncomfortable, but it was just like, to me, that fear of having to ask for the seatbelt extender, which I'd seen so much of. I just thought, I'm just gonna sit here and just not breathe, and it was just
And
awful.
and then God
Awful.
forbid you actually go to the bathroom.
Mm.
Then what? Right? Like that was the
How do you
worst.
fit? Yeah, like
How
those
do you
things are so
fit? And the
small.
door slides, but it goes open in the inside a bit, and then you're just like sort of wedging yourself in there. And God forbid you have to do number 2.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh
just like,
yeah.
oh gosh, I can't. Like my legs are together
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
this bathroom,
Yeah.
right? Like it was just so tough. And I'm the same thing. Like even when I go to movie theaters or watch a sporting event, I will check to see if the arm
Mhm.
will raise, because I have to see if I can fit, or if I'm
Yeah.
going to have to lift my gut to sit on top of the armrest, and this person doesn't get an armrest because
Mhm.
they're resting on my gut, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
all this stuff, man.
I
Yeah.
feel you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I think I
Um,
saw that too, actually, on there pop up on TikTok. I'm not gonna scroll all the way back, but yeah, there was something too about the washroom in the plane, and then also a public washroom stall. Sometimes they can be pretty tiny as well.
mhm.
Yeah. Like as a lady, again, you kind of have your purse on your back or your shoulder. You can't turn around with it to like hook it on the hook, to even get in there. It's just like, oh my gosh, between the toilet and the door, how am I going to shift my body to be able to close that door? Like it's just, no,
Yeah.
not fun.
We're gonna machine gun a couple of these Instagram ones, so we can make sure we celebrate with everyone here. Farm DBVSG. I went to sushi today with someone I met at a conference, and there were fixed booths. No way I would have fit a year ago. Again, amazing. My gastric sleeve odyssey, not having to walk the long way around the parking lot because I fit between. Oh, that's a good one too, because you fit between the cars.
Yeah.
So not having to.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh,
Yeah. Damn. Mhm.
Yeah,
VGS6
you see those
G23
mirrors. You see those mirrors sticking out, and you start doing the math.
on
Even
the
if I turn
side.
sideways, like am I
Yeah.
am I going to knock off a mirror? Or,
And if they're not staggered a bit, so you can go one and then in the other, you're just like, shoot, done.
Yeah.
You win.
Yeah.
VG6 G23 was able to walk into a big box retail store and buy a new pair of pants, not in the big and tall section. That is awesome.
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
Perfect.
I remember the day I unsubscribed from the big and tall emails
Yep.
because I was like, no, I don't need them anymore. And that was such a big thing for me. So that's awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you, Sean.
Sean's bouncing around. I think he started on TikTok, came over here to YouTube, and now he's over here on Instagram. I love it.
D says he does not work weekends now, which is yay. Thank you for clarifying, D. That's amazing. Those were happy tears. Congratulations, buddy. You deserve it. He also shares that he does not eat or drink before flights. He refused to use airport or airplane bathrooms, but not because of your size, but because you just don't want to use airport bathrooms and airplane bathrooms, which is okay too.
Yeah, they are kind of gross. Either whether you fit in them or not, they're not super clean. Yeah, not the best.
And Sean was sharing a bunch, which is great. I'm sorry we didn't get to it on YouTube, but I can buckle my seatbelt in my brother-in-law's BMW, and you know how small those cars are, 100%, which is huge. I remember my buddy bought a McLaren, and he was bringing people for like a sort of like a ride, and then he was like, "Oh, you want to come?" I'm like, "Dude, come on. I know that was a courtesy invite, but I'm not fitting in this frigging car. We're not going anywhere." Also, standing on my feet for hours cooking in the kitchen. My feet don't hurt anymore. That's amazing, Sean.
That's awesome.
And not being in pain for a day after a catering job. Like these are all the day-to-day things that like are such a big difference. So that is so amazing. And
that's
Tony
awesome.
Fits into 36 waist this week for the first time in 16 years. Amazing. Honestly, Tony, you mentioned something when you were on our show, and that stuck with me and will stick for me with me forever. And it was a story where you were saying how you were in bed and you turned over and looked in the mirror and you saw yourself struggling. And again, like when you were telling me that story, I saw when I did that, and I saw my face as you were explaining this all. And so like anytime you share something to me, it feels like I'm winning all over again. So congratulations, buddy. That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Who
Good
wants to
job.
read off the TikTok ones?
TikTok ones. What do we got over here?
We got lots.
Oh yeah, the speaking of the parking lot, Joyce says I don't have to use the motorized cart to grocery shop anymore too.
Oh,
Like
that's
that's the thing. Yeah.
She also said number one, she can fit into her bathtub and take a bath.
Yes.
And number two, she can get in and out without any problems.
I
That's
remember
beautiful. That's
struggling with
awesome.
that.
Yeah. I had to
wouldn't
turn
even
over.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had to
Oh,
get up, on like my knees and then kind of like get up and use my arm to brace and stuff. So like I got to a point where I couldn't do it. It just was too painful.
Here's another one there with the bath. How much water I needed to fill up to cover me.
Yeah. Oh, I was never covered. I was
just like, oh my God, the water is so high at this point.
The bathroom.
Right? So yeah, that's a big one too. Lay, I love this one, Lay, because I think we always think of our legs and in terms of doing things and being able to walk. But I was able to braid my own hair after working out and building shoulder muscles. It's been 10 years. So that's a huge one because like we never realize how weak we've gotten because we're always like, oh, I'm bigger. I've been carrying all this weight. So I can do all these things. No, we struggle. And your shoulders are a big part of that.
Yeah. So to stand there and braid your hair like this.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's good.
Pretty cool.
That's awesome. D said he's been to 6 work luncheons at his new job. It feels good to stand in front, confident, shake hands, and look people in the eye.
I love that.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is a great feeling.
And I love that confidence part, man, because that's what it all comes down to, right? Like, how much more confident are you now than like right before that surgery? Like, how much have you changed as a result of this? That's so awesome that you can do that because, you can talk to those people, you can look them in the eye because you're proud of who you are, right? Like I was never proud. I could always fake anything back then, but now I'm just like, I don't need to fake anything. Like who I am, I'm proud of everything I've done. So that is awesome. I love that.
Oh my gosh. There's so
Joyce over on TikTok says she doesn't have to use the motorized cart at the grocery store to go shopping anymore. Yeah. I don't know how many of you guys use those. That was the only way I could go shopping. And if we couldn't find one, I would just sit in the car and my wife would go in and then I'd get out and help her unload the groceries, maybe. My back was feeling that day, but yeah.
She also shared, I just traveled and can use a regular bathroom stall instead of having to use a handicap stall. That one, I think that one hits home too, because I'd have to, but then I'd always feel embarrassed to use the handicap stall. Like even when I had to get a handicap sticker for my car because I couldn't walk well. And so to have that, and anytime I would use one of the spots, like I would feel super guilty, but I would need it. But then I'd also feel like I was getting judged, but I was also judging myself. So it was just like one big mess. And it was.
Yeah, it's a big one. Gosh, guys, we're almost like and Murph hasn't even shared.
Oh my God, let's finish it off with some Murph.
Let's hold on real quick. Amy Holland said, crossing my legs under the table.
Yes.
Like what? Even crossing my legs at all, she said. Even crossing my legs.
Yeah.
Being able to cross them under the table. That's an amazing feeling. I do that once in a while.
I'm doing it right now.
Love it. Me too.
Cool. I gotta lean forward, but I'd probably fall over or something. But yeah, I'd love to do that. That's anyone else?
Yes. So D,
real quick.
We've been on the sidelines for so long now. We're part of life. Dr. Shan Mack mixed on NSVs this week. Dress shopping more fun, but also limited because of loose skin and size variance on brands. Yeah, right. Like that's going to be, I think, the loose skin is a challenge for us because obviously we've done so much and we've achieved so much, but then with that comes the loose skin and it's sort of how we can deal with that, which is tough.
Yeah.
I just posted a reel on Instagram yesterday about that actually, because I was kind of having a day where I was trying to wear the crop top sort of deal. And, I felt really exposed, but it's like, I literally went from moment to moment to moment to moment where I was like, damn, I look good. Oh my God, my stomach. Oh, that's okay. I look good. I've lost 140 pounds. I can't go out like this. It was just like a pinball in my brain that I was, and then it's just positive self-talk. And I went back and I looked at my own Instagram account is what I did. And I went through my journey and I thought, no, you know what? F this is, I'm wearing it, and then I felt good and I kind of turned it around. So it's like, it's important to take the side-by-side photos and all of that, to see those NSVs and to know your progress. Cause it's pretty cool.
For sure. And Shane says he is wearing shirts he bought a year ago that he finally fits in. That is amazing because before my surgery, I had stuff that I bought. Like the amount of stuff that I gave away with tags on, like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, because I'm like, no, I'm going to make this. I'm going to wear it.
Right.
And I never wore it.
You never wore it.
And then when I had the surgery, I quickly passed that size. Then I ended up just giving it away. Sarah, hello, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Before Murph shares his NSV, I just wanted to say, everyone, oh my God, this hour has been so amazing celebrating with you guys, hearing everyone's NSVs. I absolutely loved hearing everyone's wins and celebrating with you guys. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing that. So without further ado, let's hear it, buddy.
A big one.
Right. So this is probably the biggest NSV that I could ever share, because this is an NSV that's been about 20 something years in the making.
Hang on.
Oh boy, I got tissue here too. I'm really excited. So for those of you who hold on, no, refresh. I gotta drag the thing. I gotta put the thing in the thing because it's gonna end.
Oh, don't put the thing in the thing.
I put the thing on the thing and it fit in the hole. So when I was 19 years old, I was in the I had enrolled in the Detroit Fire Academy. I always wanted to be a firefighter, and I was on the waiting list for 4 years all through high school. Finally, I was able to graduate high school, start the fire academy, and I did a 6-mile bike ride every day, and I got hit by a car. This isn't a story that I've shared, I don't think, ever, but I got hit by a car. It was September 13th, 2001, 2 days after 9/11. So, things weren't looking great already. So I got leveled by this car, and I tore all the muscles and ligaments in my right arm and bent my collarbone and did a lot of damage. And I had to drop out of the academy. And so I got into youth pastoring and then the autism field, and, life goes on. A few years later, I said, you know what, I want to try for the academy again. And so I started my EMT classes, and then my son was born, and I couldn't finish that. And then, and that was 16 years ago. Wow. So here I am again. Third time's a charm. I am enrolled, and I'm starting May 20th at LCC, which is where my wife just graduated from to get her nursing license. I start my EMT training. And then right after that, I go into Fire 1 and Fire 2. So I'm going to be in the Fire Academy. Wow. And then after that, I'm going to do paramedic. And I actually met with a chief this Friday. A friend of mine is a firefighter, and I was asking him some questions, and he put me in touch with his chief, and his chief brought me in for a meeting and said, fill out an application right now, give me your resume. I want to bring you in, but I need you to get this EMT certification. I actually spoke to him twice today. I told him I enrolled, and he said, as soon as you get that certification, I'm going to bring you into the firehouse, and we'll get you a job, and we'll get you started. So in the next 12, 13 weeks, I could be working at a firehouse and doing the thing that I've always wanted to do. And so you're never too old, I guess, to follow your dreams. It's never too late. 20 something years later, I'm finally doing the damn thing, and I couldn't be more proud of myself. And I'm going to do it. And I'm setting an example for my kids. I'm doing what I want to do, what I love to do, what I've always wanted to do, and help people And right now I work in the ER, so I've got some experience, and that's gonna carry over. I want more. I want to help more people in any way that I can. So I'm really excited. Got a lot coming up, and yeah.
Wow,
Thank you guys.
that is so amazing. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you.
I wouldn't be able to do it if I hadn't had bariatric surgery, and that's the bottom line. That's the truth of the matter is, like, I needed that reset. I needed that tool, and now I can do the thing that's going to make me the happiest and make my family the proudest. And I'm just I'm overwhelmed with
that's. Oh my gosh, that is so incredible. And Sarah said it best here. You're going to be so good, working with people and caring for them in their time of need. Like it's in you. Like we see that, and for you to be able to follow those dreams. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I'm really excited. I appreciate that, Sarah. I'm still, here we go with the like the body dysmorphia and like the imposter syndrome stuff. It starts to creep in. I've been battling that for the past week or so, but it's like I can't believe it. I'm literally just kind of beside myself with this whole thing. But I appreciate you guys and all your comments. D, of course, no one else. I'd want to carry me out of a burning building.
D's so thirsty, man.
Seriously.
I love it.
I love D. So I'm going to start weight training and running, and I need to get this body in some really top physical form. I've got to go through the academy starting in August. So I've got a few months. So I'm going to be leaning on you all, this community, for some tips and tricks and maybe even do a reset here soon. So I appreciate you guys.
It's awesome. That's
awesome, man. And this community will definitely be here to cheer you on, keep you uplifted, as we will all. So thank you so much. That's awesome, guys. So I think that's a perfect way to end the episode. You guys have shared an amazing amount of NSVs. It was amazing. I think Shan Mack actually mentioned that it's so uplifting to hear everyone's NSVs. And I think as much as having these NSVs happen to you is great for you to experience, sharing them with the rest of the community, I think is just as much. And, especially because we've been there. We've experienced a lot of these things, and for us to celebrate together, it just means so much. So thank you guys for all joining us to share your NSVs. We will be back to share more NSVs next week at 8:30 at our regular happy hour, half hour. Is the appetizer to the main course.
Maybe we'll do this again. I mean, this is awesome.
This is fun. I enjoyed this. This is really good.
Yeah,
we could go hours. We could go hours on this.
Like the second half, when Murph was just like, "Oh, you guys share it," and we were just like, "Holy crap, we can't keep up." So it was amazing.
Yeah.
Erin, thank you so much for joining us. You did an amazing job.
Yes, it's always a good chat.
You got the job. Screw
this
that
is the
girl.
This is the first time I think the three of us have been on here, though.
Yeah.
It's always been a different combination. This is the first time it's been the three of us.
That's true, because there was one time I filled in for you, Murph, and then I filled in for and then just Shay and I did the girls' night, and it's fun.
Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. And thank you so much, Shay. Or not Shay. Oh, thank you, Shay, for not being here today. Because we got to have Erin here. And Erin killed it. Erin did amazing. And happy birthday, Dylan. Enjoy your time in Cancun, Shay. And thank you, all of you guys, for joining us on another episode of the Waiting Table podcast, where we're serving the weight loss community
1 pound at a time.
Bye, Instagram. Bye, Facebook.
Later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Love you all.
We need, Dr. Shanmak says we need more of the girl input. Perhaps we have Erin and Shay on at times.
I'm there. I'll be there.
No, that's a horrible idea, Rob.
Are you afraid we're gonna do again?
I'm gonna be sick that weekend. I'm my throat's hurting.
I'm gonna go to Cancun. You guys,
I gotta go. We have to alternate as we go to Cancun. So.
Yeah. Well, we're girl heavy next week too. We've got Shay and me and the girls from our Sleep Life podcast.
Oh gosh, I wish I could be there, but unfortunately, I'll be in Nevis. Oh, sucks. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
See ya.
Yeah,